Hey EOS friends, did you know there are two commonly used phrases that do not appear in the book Traction? Today I want to focus on phrase number one, buy-in. And if you love the phrase buy-in and want to fight to keep it, this video is for you. When I hear the phrase buy-in, I often smile. The reason is it brings me back to an experience I had early in my career. I was trying to get approval for a six-figure capital investment, and to accomplish that, I had to have multiple meetings with these people called stakeholders. And then I had to find an executive sponsor that other key executives liked or trusted. And then I had to make sure my stakeholders were supporting the project with their executives so there were no surprise challenges to the request. After 6 months of work, I got my yes. At that point in my career, navigating that buy-in maze was a learned skill. I am so glad I'm not there anymore. Why is buy-in not in the book Traction? Here's my opinion. The three uniques of EOS are vision, traction, and healthy. The healthy piece is only accomplished if we have direct, open, and honest conversations, and we trust each other. Hearing that phrase buy-in brings many of us back to a time when we had many one-on-one conversations so that the actual meeting was just a rubber stamp and did not need any open and honest debate. Buy-in quickly becomes a political exercise. That is not the definition of healthy. Here's some examples of why, if you run on EOS, you don't need the phrase buy-in for your vocabulary. For the leadership team, we talk about the pyramid Patrick Lencioni presents in 5 dysfunctions of a team. We replace buy-in with a focus on the team achieving commitment and accountability. And we tell you to focus on building trust and leveraging that trust to have productive conflict so that commitment and accountability is strong. Healthy teams focus on trust and productive conflict, not getting buy-in. For your team, we ask you to cascade the core tools so they see the VTO regularly, know the priorities of the coming year and quarter, and have a chance to share any issue they see. It is through that open and honest debate that teams understand the why behind every decision and leave committed because they were allowed to speak their mind and in many cases shape the goal or the implementation of that goal. In addition, with an understanding of the 3-year picture or the current performance of the business, very few decisions are surprises. Will there be arguments or frustrations or resistance? Yes. That is why everyone is in a weekly meeting, so they have a place to share them and be heard. When you commit to EOS, you commit to an open and honest and transparent form of leadership and teamwork that is foreign to many of us that grew up in organizations where buy-in was the focus. Want to know the other phrase? Watch my next video. So go lead and drop buy-in from your vocabulary and culture.